Hello everyone and welcome back to our operating system practical series. So let us get started with our next assignment of operating system, which is based on file handling. I have already given you one video lecture about what file handling concepts we are going to implement this year. So let us not waste our time and directly get started. But before directly going to our program, first I want you to know and note that while performing file handling practicals, sometimes it becomes difficult to locate files which get created through our C program. So, for a safer side, instead of creating a separate folder, what I'm suggesting you is visit your C drive. Under that, Turbo C, whatever folder your setup has created. My setup is Turbo C DOSBox, so it creates Turbo C++ folder. Inside that, there is a disk folder, as you can see. Again, there is Turbo C3, and lastly, there is bin. So inside bin, we are supposed to create our folder. So usually I keep all my programs together inside my folder. But for a safer side, while performing file handling programs, as we are going to create some text files using our file handling functions, we are going to read some text files or any type of file. We are going to create a file, we are going to read it, we are going to perform operations like read and write. So while doing that, it becomes difficult for our C code to locate files if it is having some nested folders. So for safer side, try to keep your C program in this location till bin. Do not keep it inside your folder. Instead, keep it into the bin location. So I have already created my C program of even odd. We will quickly switch to what program we are going to execute. So here you can see that my C program is here, right in the location inside C drive, disk, Turbo C3 and bin. So let us close this and get started with our program. Okay, so first thing again which I have to do is change my directory location from if some other folder to bin. I'm changing my directory location and okay. Let us open the file. I can see evennode.c. So here it is. It is inside my folder. So let me open the original file, which is outside. Yeah, this one is the file. So do not forget to check your directory locations. If you are used to and your setup is also used to of working inside your directory, by default when you open your setup, it is in the same location of your last build or last execution. So do not forget to check and change that location and then traverse through the correct file. So this is the file I am looking for, which is inside the location bin, and I'll open it. Yeah, this one is it. So let me explain you quickly what our program is all about and what file handling functions we are going to go through. I have already created one lecture about it. If required, I'll put the link in the description box. Go through it once again. So these are not from our regular programs of operating system which had uh, stdio.h, conio.h, and of course dir.h, which is the directory file header file. For this program, we are going to make use of only these two directories, which are the standard ones. And then let's quickly jump on to our code into our main section. This is what is required, which I have already explained in the previous video lecture, which is showing three characters right here, F1, F2, and F3, and there is a star which is placed before them. So whenever we make use of star, this symbol, it implies that the variable itself becomes a pointer. So this is not a regular declaration, it is a pointer because star is associated with it. But what type of pointer is it? Before that, we specify our data type. So usually you might be familiar with int star ab, character star a. So these are the type of integer and character type pointers, but here we have made use of data type which is file. So it makes f1, f2 and f3 file pointer. So these are the file pointers. Further, I have declared two variables which are of integer type, and then this is where our code gets started. Here I have printed that there are contents of a data file. We are going to create three files through this C program code. This C program is to read 10 numbers and separate those numbers into even and odd and place them to two new text files. So what we are going to do is we are going to create a text file through this C code. We are going to insert 10 numbers inside it. You can insert any 10 numbers randomly. We will switch to 1 to 10 numbers. You can choose any 10 numbers, and then the file is going to get read. You are going to read that file. You are going to read the contents, separate the contents into even and odd, and again create two files and insert the contents respectively into the even and the odd file. So the code gets started by creating a text file. So as you can see, this statement, which is very simple to understand, I have previously told you that we are declaring three pointers. We are going to create three files, write three files and read these three files. So I have taken three file pointers. So the first pointer, which is F1, I have reserved it or I have assigned it to a file named data1.txt. This is a file which is initially going to get created and hold our data. We are going to open this file using fopen function in the write mode. So the right way or correct method to read this statement is assigning f1 file pointer to data1.txt file, opening this file into the write mode. This is what this statement implies. Further, I have written a for loop which says, let me remove this comment lines because I thought this was a redundant code, but let it be. Yeah. So the for loop is saying that if I is equal to 0, I is less than 10, because we are going to work onto 10 integers. We are going to randomly type 10 different integers and then separate them into even and odd. So I have taken I is less than 10 and I have incremented I till the condition gets satisfied. The loop is going to get executed. So once the statement, the condition is satisfied, we are going to read initially using scanf. I have taken %d because I am reading integers into the n variable n. If n is equal to -1, the code will get broken, and then I have used break. Further, I have used function put w. This function is used to put contents into something. You can basically put w, get w. There are again two more functions. Put w is specifically used if you are writing or putting integers. So there is again get C and put C. If you want to get characters and put characters, you can make use of get C and put C. But here in my case, I'm taking integers and I'm putting integers. So when integers come, you can make use of get W and put W. So you're taking that variable where you're initially storing the numbers and passing it to F1. So this file will get returned. I have closed this for loop and immediately close the F1. That means the data1.txt file got created. It accepted the integers, or we have added the integers, and it is closed now. Note that if file named data1.txt is not initially created, by using fopen function it will get created first and then it will get opened into the write mode. If you have already created a file with this content, you can skip this code and directly open that file into the write mode, which is the next statement of our code. If you manually want to work out how these files are getting created, instead of directly doing it from the code, what you can do is you can create a data1.txt file, put some 10 numbers inside it, and directly, instead of writing this code, you can directly open that file into write mode. But this is more of, which can help you into the understanding, so I can recommend and ask you to keep this code and don't remove it. So further, after closing the file pointer f1, I have opened that file again, which is f1 fopen the file name into the write mode. Immediately I have written the statement for f2. Now I have made use of file pointer second, which is f2. I have opened that file. I have given the file name as odd1.txt into the write mode. Similarly, I have made use of the file pointer f3, opened the file even1.txt into the write mode. Now let us see what this code goes through further. So now I have written a while loop here. While n get w, I'm getting the characters now from f1. So f1 is pointing to data1 file, which is our file with the contents, file with 10 different numbers. So we are getting the integers now. When should the file get the integers? Unless and until we reach end of file. EOF stands for end of file. Till then we are going to get the contents. If n mod 2 is equal to 0, now n mod 2 is, we are actually dividing the numbers by 2 and we are checking for the remainder. So while for checking remainders we make use of mod. So if the number is divisible by 2, definitely it is going to be of even type. So the even pointer is f3. I have put that number into the f3 file. Else, if the number is not divisible by 2, it is definitely going to be of type odd. So the file pointer pointing to odd file is f2. So else it is going to put that number into the f2, and we will immediately close f1, f2 and f3. Again we have opened odd1.txt and even1.txt into the read mode, and we will again get the contents from both this file and print it on the screen. So for that I have again written a while loop. Again the file will get read. We will get the contents from f2 file, which is of odd numbers, and we will read the contents till we reach the end of file. We will print them. Similarly, we will do the same for F3, which is the file for even contents. We will get the characters, or sorry, we will get the numbers till we reach the end of file, and we will immediately close both the files. So this is all about the code. Now when it comes to code execution, let me first save this file. This is a regular C program of file handling functions. So no need to perform all the steps which we used to perform for the basic operating system practicals. So what we are simply going to do is we are going to compile this file using Alt F9. So let us check for the warnings and errors. There are no errors and warning. And we are immediately going to run this file using Control F9. So let us run it. So the first thing it is prompting on the screen is it is asking me for the contents of data file. So the first statement, recall the first statement which we created one data1.txt file to get the content. So it has opened into the write mode. That is why the cursor is blinking. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. I'm taking this serially 10 numbers. So it has given us the contents of, so within a click I just pressed enter and this is what I got within this execution, which was of, if you calculate it, it is within less than half a minute. So within seconds it has created one file, it has taken the contents, it has put those contents into that file. Immediately it has tallied it or separated it into even and odd numbers and again created two files and shown us on the screen. So this is what the program execution is all about. I have explained you the code, I have shown you how to execute it. Now let us locate these files. We have not simply created a simple file of calculating even and odd, but we are using file handling function. So I think it definitely has to create a file in the location which I showed you before. So this is what the execution is all about. Do not forget to paste your output, and let me quit this now. Okay, so again let us go to our location, which is C drive, turbo C++, disk, turbo C3 and bin. This was the location where I kept my even odd one file. So it is supposed to create a data one file. Let me check. Yeah, this is where it is. Data one file. It is supposed to create a even one file. It has created, and it should have a odd one file. So all the three are text files. It has successfully created three files. We read them, we have displayed the contents, and the files created get created in the same location where you have kept your C program. So this is what the location is, and it has created the file. I hope you understood how to create file and how to execute and use file handling functions. So some things which you should remember is that in my code I have made use of basically three functions which were all related to integers. You can make use of characters if you want to work with characters. Say for example, taking a to maybe p or n characters and taking first five characters and separating them into a file, or you can make use of vowels, taking five different strings or different, some 10 characters, some 10 letters, and separating vowels and consonants. You can make use of these, the format of this code. All you need to replace is, let me show you. Yeah, this is the function. Instead of get w, make use of get c and put c. Otherwise the code is going to remain the same, and you need to definitely change the code for even odd. Instead of writing the code for even and odd, go for writing the conditions for vowels and consonant. You can define a case, use switch case, or you can make use of or, the operator or. You can pass on the four or whatever vowels are and check for the vowels and put some if and else and play with it. Very interesting making use of these functions. So use your brains, be creative, and come up with some good results. I hope you understood this summative video. Thank you.